There's lights in the sky. And I don't know what they are. They just appeared in the sky. There's another one. And they look like fire. They look like little fireballs. Check that out. I'm not sure what those are. I wish I could get it closer. See them? And they just popped up in the sky. Starting to fade out now. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Hello, fellow grave crawlers, and welcome to ZTV. I am Paper Zombie, your host with you as always. And after seeing what you just saw, I'm sure you've got some questions. First up, yes, what you just saw was real. There were no special effects at it, no filters, no nothing. What you saw was the pure, raw footage. I recorded this one night during a visit with a relative while I was outside taking a smoke break. At first, there was only one light in the sky, but it looked like what you see here in the picture. So at first I thought, hey, that's Mars. But as I kept taking looks at it, I noticed that Mars kept getting bigger and brighter, up to the point to where I had to say, okay, that's not Mars. That's either a helicopter or an airplane. But then as it got closer, I started to realize that's not red, that's actually orange. And it was orange like fire. So then I was like, okay, that has to be one of those little lanterns that you light up and they raise up into the sky like little hot air balloons. Then, when I saw two more lights rise up into the sky from below, just like how you see them doing here, I was like, yeah, lanterns. So now I'm watching them, right? And as I'm watching them, I'm noticing how they're moving. And I'm thinking, okay, these lanterns aren't moving like lanterns. Because for those of you who have never seen them before, lanterns can only go up. Unless there's a breeze, then they'll move in the direction of the breeze, but they'll still be trying to go up. These lights weren't doing none of that. Just like you saw in the video, they could hover in place, move in any direction, and become brighter or dimmer seemingly at will. But then they started forming patterns. First they formed into a triangle. Then they took and formed into a straight line horizontally, and then they arranged themselves and formed into a straight line vertically. So now I'm thinking, okay, these aren't lanterns. These are drones. Because only drones can move like what I'm seeing. But then the original light that started everything did something peculiar. The thing split into two. It looked just like how you used to see in those old biology class movies where they show how cells split, only slower. So now I'm thinking, can drones do that? And while I'm trying to figure out how it will be possible for them to do it, the light that split from the first one decided to do its own split, making it 5 lights in the sky. Now, let me tell you, when these lights split, the old lights didn't lose any of their size or brightness. And the new lights were always the same size as the originals, and they could reach the same brightness as the originals. So I figured, unless there's bigger drones carrying smaller drones, and they both have the same type of lights, these are not drones. But then, all 5 of them started forming into shapes and patterns again like they were drones, but this time they were doing other shapes like pinnacles and circles, trying to form into circles. So after I start seeing this, I'm like, okay, you know what? I need to go get a witness because I'm not sure what this is that I'm seeing now. So I run inside and tell my witness to come out and look at the lights. Then I go back out, and at that moment, suddenly remember that I'm carrying a damn camera in my pocket. So that's when I finally pulled out my phone and started recording and basically was able to record the tail end of the event. My witness got to see what you all saw too. And even they couldn't come up with a logical explanation for what we were seeing. They even ran back in the house to go get their phone so they could record too. And when they came back outside to me, they were like, man, if I would have came back out here and you would have been gone, I would have just laid out on the ground and had a heart attack. So yeah, those are the lights that I saw in the sky one night. And I've never seen anything like it before or after. Now, the skeptic in me wants to say that those had to be drones. But were they? What do you all think they were? Let me know in the comments below.